Welcome to our in-depth technical analysis of SWBI, traded on the Nasdaq. In this video, we'll break down the latest price action, key technical indicators, and what they might mean for investors. SWBI has recently caught the attention of traders due to a notable price surge and significant changes in trading volume. We'll start by setting the stage with a quick overview of the company's recent performance, then dive into the numbers and signals that matter most. Whether you're a seasoned trader or just starting out, this analysis will help you understand the current market sentiment and potential opportunities in SWBI. Let's begin with the latest price snapshot. As of December 8, 2025, SWBI is trading at $10.96. This marks a sharp increase from its recent lows, signaling renewed interest and momentum in the stock. The price jump is especially notable when compared to the 52-week low of $7.73 and the high of $14.20. This upward movement has placed SWBI near the midpoint of its yearly range, suggesting a potential shift in trend. Understanding where the current price stands in relation to historical levels is crucial for gauging market sentiment and setting expectations for future moves. Looking at the last 3 months, SWBI's price has shown a mix of consolidation and breakout behavior. For much of the period, the stock traded in a tight range between $8.50 and $10.30. However, in the most recent sessions, we've seen a decisive breakout above previous resistance levels, culminating in the current price. This move was accompanied by a surge in trading volume, indicating strong participation from both retail and institutional investors. Such breakouts often signal a change in market dynamics and can precede further volatility. Moving averages are a foundational tool in technical analysis, helping to smooth out price data and reveal underlying trends. For SWBI, the short-term simple and exponential moving averages, such as the SMA 5 at 9.23 and EMA 5 at 9.52, are well below the current price. This indicates that the recent rally is strong and has pushed the price above its average levels for the past week. Longer-term averages like the SMA 200 at 9.23 and EMA 200 at 9.62 also sit below the current price, reinforcing the bullish momentum. Exponential moving averages, EMAs, give more weight to recent prices, making them more responsive to new trends. SWBI's EMA 5 is at 9.52 and EMA 20 is at 9, both significantly below the current price of $10.96. This sharp divergence suggests a strong upward move, with buyers overwhelming sellers in recent sessions. The EMA 200 at 9.62 further supports the notion that the long-term trend is shifting in favor of the bulls. When short-term EMAs cross above long-term EMAs, it often signals the start of a new uptrend. Volume is a key indicator of market participation and conviction. In the last trading session, SWBI saw a volume of over 3.4 million shares, far above its recent daily averages. The 20-day volume ratio stands at 5.5 and relative volume is 5.76, both indicating that trading activity has spiked. High volume during price advances is a classic sign that the move is supported by strong buying interest, rather than just a temporary blip. This kind of volume surge often precedes further price movement as more traders take notice. Bollinger Bands help traders visualize volatility in potential overbought or oversold conditions. For SWBI, the upper band is at 9.81, the middle at 8.7, and the lower at 7.59. The current price of $10.96 is well above the upper band, indicating an extreme move. This often suggests the stock is overbought in the short term, but it can also signal the start of a powerful trend if supported by volume. The width of the bands at 0.255 shows increased volatility, which traders should watch closely. The Relative Strength Index, or RSI, measures the speed and change of price movements. SWBI's RSI 14 is at 79.8, well above the typical overbought threshold of 70. This suggests the stock may be overextended in the short term, and a pullback could be on the horizon. However, strong trends can keep RSI elevated for extended periods, so it's important to consider this reading in context with other indicators. The RSI 21 and RSI 28 are also high, reinforcing the overbought condition. The stochastic oscillator is another momentum indicator, comparing a stock's closing price to its price range over a set period. SWBI's stock K14 is at 93.61 and stock D14 is at 90.16, both deep in overbought territory. This confirms the strong upward momentum but also raises caution for potential short-term corrections. When both the RSI and stochastic oscillator are overbought, it's a signal that the rally may be due for a pause or reversal. The Moving Average Convergence Divergence, or MACD, is a trend-following momentum indicator. SWBI's MACD is at 0.049, with a signal line at -0.172 and a histogram at 0.221. The positive MACD and histogram values indicate bullish momentum, while the recent crossover above the signal line suggests a potential continuation of the uptrend. However, traders should watch for any signs of divergence or weakening momentum as the rally matures. Momentum indicators help gauge the speed of price movements. SWBI's Momentum 10 is at 2.77, and Momentum 20 is at 2.25, both showing strong upward acceleration. The price acceleration value of 2.35 further confirms that the stock is moving quickly. These readings suggest that buyers are firmly in control, but such rapid moves can sometimes lead to sharp reversals if momentum fades. Volatility is a measure of how much a stock's price fluctuates. SWBI's ATR14 is at 0.366, and the 30-day volatility is 4.81, both indicating heightened price swings. True volatility stands at 3.34 and the volatility breakout is at 4.41. These elevated readings suggest that traders should be prepared for larger than normal price moves, both up and down. High volatility can create opportunities for active traders, but also increases risk. Unbalanced volume, or OBV, tracks the flow of volume in and out of a stock. SWBI's OBV is deeply negative at -11,747,841, suggesting that despite the recent price surge, there may have been significant selling pressure in the past. However, the recent spike in volume could indicate a shift as new buyers enter the market. Watching OBV alongside price action can help confirm whether a move is supported by strong volume. The Money Flow Index, or MFI, combines price and volume to measure buying and selling pressure. SWBI's MFI 14 is at 75.73, which is in the overbought zone. This aligns with other momentum indicators, suggesting that the recent rally has attracted a lot of buying interest. However, overbought readings can sometimes precede a short-term pullback as traders lock in profits. The Average Directional Index, or ADX, measures the strength of a trend. SWBI's ADX 14 is at 23.61, indicating a moderate trend. The plus DI 14 at 53.77 and minus DI 14 at 11.81 show that the positive trend is dominant. The Trend Strength score of 1.3 and Trend Quality Index of 132.86 further support the idea that the current uptrend is gaining traction, but it's not yet at extreme levels. Support and resistance levels help traders identify potential entry and exit points. For SWBI, the nearest support is at $9.90, while resistance is at $11.51. The current price sits just below resistance, suggesting that a breakout above $11.51 could trigger further gains. Conversely, if the price falls back below support, it may signal the start of a correction. Monitoring these levels can help traders manage risk and set targets. Pivot points are used by traders to identify potential turning points in the market. SWBI's main pivot point is at $10.45, which now acts as a key reference level. With the current price above this pivot, the bias remains bullish. If the price stays above the pivot, it increases the likelihood of testing resistance. If it falls below, the outlook could turn more neutral or bearish. Linear regression helps identify the overall direction and strength of a trend. For SWBI, the regression slope is slightly negative at -0.013, but the intercept is 9.81 and the predicted value is 8.94. The deviation percent is 22.54, indicating that the current price is well above the regression line. This suggests the recent rally is an outlier compared to the average trend, which could mean a correction is possible if the price reverts to the mean. SWBI's current price places it at about 49.92% of its 52-week range, which runs from $7.73 to $14.20. This means the stock is neither at its extreme high nor low, but rather in the middle of its annual range. This positioning can be a sign of consolidation before a potential breakout or breakdown, depending on market sentiment and upcoming catalysts. Assessing risk and reward is essential for any trading decision. SWBI's risk-reward ratio is very low at 0.014, suggesting that the potential reward may not sufficiently compensate for the risk at current levels. With high volatility and overbought indicators, traders should be cautious and consider setting stop-loss orders to manage downside risk. Always weigh the potential upside against the likelihood of a pullback. To wrap up, SWBI has experienced a powerful rally, breaking above key resistance levels with strong volume and momentum. Most technical indicators point to an overbought condition, suggesting that a short-term pullback is possible. However, the underlying trend remains bullish as long as the price stays above key support and pivot levels. Traders should watch for confirmation of trend continuation or signs of reversal, and always manage risk accordingly. Stay tuned for further updates as the situation develops.